It is the Speed Racing Network ThermoPro Series, round 8 of 18 from the virtual Richmond Raceway. I am Emerson Arden in the virtual booth this evening, and I'm excited to be bringing you live coverage from virtual Richmond, Virginia. And last time out, it was Joshua Balliet, the one dominating out in the Wisconsin countryside and Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin's Road America. But tonight, we're back to it. We're back short track racing tonight here in the Commonwealth of Virginia and the Richmond Raceway. Last time out, it was a fun time out in Road America. I had the chance to get behind the wheel and run with those guys a little bit. It's a very competitive field here in the ThermoPro Series, and we had that on display 2 weeks ago at Bristol. Vincent Cortez came and dominated that. That's our last real peak at short track racing, and now we're back to it here at Richmond for round number 8 on the season. The playoffs looming large for this field as they get closer and closer to go time. And it is go time here tonight as qualifying has concluded. It's time to go through our starting lineup. It has already been set, and how about it? It is the two Tank Racing teammates at the top of the timing sheet, Vincent Cortez and Joshua Balliet, in the way they ran Bristol most of the time 2 weeks ago. It is Cortez 8/1000ths quicker than Balliet. Road 3, it's a couple more Tank Racing drivers in Ed Shearer and Seth Berger. Find our way back to row number 3. It is JBR driver Landon Cardulo. He had a rough outing last time out at Road America. A little bit of contact with James Jackson in the 29 machine. Starting 6th will be Ben Morrow in that 23 machine. Starting 7th, then Kyle Ryan. Previously mentioned James Jackson will start 8th. Rounding out the 5th row, it's Logan Truitt and Jesse Nakula. We find our way back to 11th. It'll be the 4 of Zachary Hines, the 42 of Tyler Markle, 13th Carl Burke, 14th Jonathan Byer. It'll be Troy Techmeyer and James Kerr, 15th and 16th. To round out our 18 driver grid this evening, Jacob Zala and Connor Cunningham. That is how the 18 drivers who showed up today either set a time or didn't tonight. And the field has gridded up. We are already ready to go racing here at the Richmond Raceway. The field has gridded up, and the pacing vehicle, as you see, Cortez is already on that thing moving. So here we go. 2 pace laps around the Richmond Raceway. This 3/4 mile, somewhat wide short track. It feels wide here in the front straightaway. You get down to the corners, there is 3 distinct lines, but you really are still fighting for the bottom. You can make that middle line work, but the biggest difference is most of the time when Richmond is ran in these stock cars, we're talking about under the big stadium floodlights. The sun has set down. We have decided we're running in the afternoon. The bright sun is out. The track is hot. I mean, drivers were talking about a track temp upwards of 120 degrees. These tires are going to be slicked up really quick here at Richmond. These drivers are going to be really just hanging on for dear life as they really start to put some age on these tires. And so here we are, 1 pace lap remaining before we let these boys loose. You see it's Cortez, Balliet, Shearer, Berger. Wow, we had a fun times last week at Road America. See Jackson Wade is starting from the pit lane, and then drivers starting at the back, James Jackson and Landon Cardulo. They had their own, we'll call it situation, if you will. The admins had decided to take their action. We have 19 drivers actually making it to tonight's race, as Jackson Wade did not make qualifying. But Cardulo and James Jackson, as a result of their rivalry and that coming to a boiling point at Road America, they have both been sent to the rear. And so here we go, as the iRacing.com safety vehicle will find its safety in the pit lane. The field is in the hands of Vincent Cortez, and racing commences here from the Commonwealth. One lap removed from the initial start of this race. It's Cortez, it's Balliet, the top drivers here, and it's really getting tight here as you see Connor Cunningham working to the inside of Jonathan Byer, tight here. Oh, car in the wall, that's Carl Burke in the 53 machine, and he is absolutely missed turns 1 and 2. The right side of that 53 is pancaked to a crisp battle here, we got the 36 of Nakula and the 23 of Ben Morrow going at it here. It's Nakula running that middle lane. Fastest lap of the day so far. Early goes to Cortez at a 22.3. Battling here, the 29 of Jackson. Wait, no, that's James Jackson, sorry, getting lapped as a result because, that's right, Cardullo and Jackson had to serve their drive-thrus. Landon Cardullo sitting right in front of the leader of Vincent Cortez on lap 4. So Cardullo's going to try to sit here in front of Cortez before the lap 35 stage break that is soon to come, and give him a break. If he can stay in front of Cortez and Jackson is one lap down, they will both be back on the lead lap. But right now Cardullo is sat in front of the leader, 22 seconds behind Vincent Cortez, and that is the current situation here at the front of the field. Again, the tight battle here is Berger and Kyle Ryan. He's scored as a 27, but he's got the 32 on his car. Oh, and now we got the battle for the lead. Balliet has opened up the inside of Cortez. They're side by side in the turns 3 and 4. Balliet nearly into the left rear quarter panel of the 20 machine. Cortez holds station. Balliet has to file in line behind. Shearer trying to join this mix as well. So as they look to settle it out, really the closest battle on track here, Berger and Ryan. Also, one to note, Morrow and Nakula, we took a peek at that one earlier. And Techmeyer trying to find a way past Carl Burke. Really the main points of interest so far. But right now, Vincent Cortez sat behind a lapped vehicle 8 laps into this race. James Kerr, there he is. He had to start from the pit. James Kerr is going to start 5 laps down in tonight's contest. So we'll see if Balliet is able to reel in Cortez again. And it really has been the Vincent Cortez, Joshua Balliet show the last couple weeks, where Cortez dominated Bristol. Balliet was right there. And then Balliet had a late race incident that took him out of contention. Road America flipped the script. It was Balliet dominating there, and Cortez not able to get it done. Oh no! Cortez has lost connection to the server. We patiently await to see if he returns, but Cortez is dropping down the running order, and the race leader could quickly find himself. Oh, he's back, but my goodness, he lost maybe a whole lap, almost a whole lap there due to his connection issue. He still leads, but if Balliet was able to cross another scoring loop while Cortez not on the track, that could have caused a major conflict in timing and scoring. So you see the scoring tower on the left-hand side of your screen had to catch back up to Cortez as he reappeared, but Balliet taking advantage of it. He dives down to the inside. The door open for the 07. While it's very easy to defend your line in the middle and high side of this racetrack, that inside is the shortest way around. There's slight progressive banking here at Richmond. Balliet trying to make the most of it down the bottom side. Cortez hanging tough, but Balliet up alongside the most he's been so far in this race. Cortez rarely drives it deep into turn 3. And Balliet will give it up once again. He'll file back in line, so it's Cortez over Balliet, the top 2. Balliet now trying to get to the outside of the 20 machine. Not able to do so. That has also bought Landon Cardullo some time. Cardullo's opened up the gap a little bit back to the leaders. Tie battle here, Zala and Carl Burke trying to make something happen, but Burke keeps slamming off the wall at a 53. Trying to hold on to that machine, but it is not looking good. Oh, back up front. Once again, Balliet, big send to the inside. Has to foul in line behind Cortez. Balliet now trying to high side and maybe trying to dime it off the corners. So they stay nose to tail. It's Morrow and Nakula still nose to tail in their battle as well. Nothing has really changed places. Now Morrow to the inside of Nakula. And now Morrow sends it. He fires it off into turn 3. Nakula, a bystander, entering the corner, and Morrow, they're still side by side across the stripe. Techmeyer, Burke, they are switching spots behind. Morrow is not clear yet. Nakula fights back hard. Morrow is clear. Morrow clears up into that 6th position. Big run here. Balliet, huge run. I mean, off that corner. Balliet not able to make that move there. And so we go on. Cardullo doing a great job there, sitting in front of the 20 machine, not able to get lapped. I think maybe Cortez also giving him a little help. Balliet maybe looking to take advantage of that way up high in turns 3 and 4. And wow, running that high side in 3 and 4 is much longer way around the racetrack. And it does add a little wear to your outside tires. Balliet gets that run. He extends the straightaway, and now Cortez moves up to the middle lane as traffic is starting to rear its ugly head here, as it very much can here at Richmond. Now Cortez has to shake a tail feather. He's got to get a move on here on Cortez. I'm sorry, on Cardullo, as Jackson Wade is starting to bunch this group up. Now they do have a 1.6 second advantage over Shearer, but the battle between teammates is still looming large. So Cortez takes a peek to the outside, and really Vinny's in a rough spot here. Vinny trying to cut a friend, a break here, and Cardullo drives to the inside of Wade, contact, way down onto the flat. Cortez and Balliet both shoot on through, but Cardullo falls a lap down. And this is not going to be good. Be a tight battle here, and Wade up the track. Cardullo pounds the wall down. And now Wade all over the rear end of the 30 machine. Onto the flat of the racetrack. Shearer wants to take avoiding action. Now Shearer down to the inside. Battle here between Hines and Nakula, the 4 and the 36, as things start to smooth out a little bit. Also Morrow and Kyle Ryan battling here as Morrow got up to 6. He drove away from Nakula and company, and now Morrow having to go at Kyle Ryan here on lap 27. Again, with a stage break slated here at lap number 35. We'll see how it continues to play out. Now Balliet continues to work on the rear end of the 20 machine. And Cortez doing a great job in holding that track position. Balliet works to the outside here. And that's what you like to see. That means that the racing product is still alive and well. So when drivers are able to surge for grip, they're not able to compromise their entire run by going up a lane or two. And you see that's what Balliet's doing, trying to run a little higher, trying to get that run off the corner. Cortez shifts his car up a little higher. Now Balliet Peeks down to the inside again. Gonna have to be a send from Balliet. He does. He's rolling the entry very well. Cortez is gonna have to power down here center early. Sideways is the 20. That's gonna compromise the exit. Side by side down into turn 3. You can see Vinny fighting back the wheel, counter sliding the 20 car. Balliet sideways off the corner, and Balliet has to concede the spot again. Back to the battle for 5th. Ben Morrow in that gold number 23 machine working to the inside. It's Kyle Ryan in the Matt Black 32. Ben Morrow sideways. Big moment. Loses all the momentum off the corner. Great catch from the 23, but he's going to have to take a moment and recalibrate himself. Get right back to it here. The stage break coming very soon. Working lap 31 of 150. The stage break coming at 35. And Balliet continues to work the rear end of the 20. And here we go with JBR teammates. This is for 8 between Truitt and Nakula. This is a difference of a couple points. And side by side for the lead again. Balliet bombed it down into turn 3. Trying to get what he can. Cortez way up the track. Balliet has the nose ahead for a brief moment in the center of 1 and 2. Both of them sideways up off the corner. Two laps to go in the stage. Balliet files back behind the 20. Does he have enough time to make another run at it? Morrow sizes up the 32 as well in that battle for 5th. Once again, we'll keep our eyes on the battle for the lead. Balliet tries the high side. A slide there from Cortez. 1 lap to go in stage 1. Balliet way up high. Cortez trying to diamond off the corner as well. Balliet sideways out of the corner into turns 3 and 4 for the final time in stage 1. Balliet up high. Cortez down low to drive off the corner. And Cortez is going to win the stage. Balliet still racing hard because the caution still needs to come out after the top 10 cross the line. Balliet has the advantage now. Trying to see if the caution comes out in his favor. Balliet up ahead. They're side by side as they battle for the lead. The caution comes out. Who's the leader? Oh my goodness. And it's going to give it to Balliet. Oh my gosh. What a great battle. Perfectly timed from the 07 to finally get that done. And Balliet takes the lead. Cortez wins the stage in a fantastic, almost all stage long battle. Lena Cardullo will get the free pass as well. What a job. Really from both Cortez and Balliet for getting the most out of their cars. A pit lane is open. And it's time for the virtual pit crews to get to work. So working our first caution period of the day. It is Balliet, Cortez, Shearer, Berger. I know, it is Cortez then Balliet at the stage. Shearer, Berger. I believe Morrow, Ryan. True, we'd have to go back and get confirmation on the top 10 then at the stage. So here we are, the battle at pit exit. Balliet gets it. And that's just the margins. And so now, with that being complete, and then turn our attention, we'll try to get a hold of driver of the number 20. And this one's going to be intriguing because Vincent Cortez, you win the stage, but at the timing of the yellow, you lose the lead. So what's going through your mind after that?
Unfortunate. I mean, I don't mind winning a stage, but in the grand scheme of things, it's so hard to pass him. I was a really good driver. I mean, you saw it there, and he was trying the horror to get around me. I was just kind of riding around, not really pushing on the top, and he still couldn't pass me. So, pretty unfortunate. I'm not a big fan of throwing the caution, you know, almost a full lap after the stage ended, but it happens.
But the caution comes out after the 10th place driver crosses the line, and it's just how the timing worked out. But very intriguing. Now you're gonna be. You had a great defense throughout that first stage, obviously because you got the stage win. Now you're gonna be on the other side of this battle. What did you learn while defending against Valiant that you're gonna try to maybe execute here?
But it's really easy to go slow at the top and still hold the lead. So, like I said, pretty frustrating. I lost the lead like that. It's gonna be really hard to pass me out because I've raced him a lot here, and it's usually whoever's leading ends up winning the race. So, we'll see how this race goes. Long way to go. So, I don't know. See how it goes.
All right, Vinny. Well, congratulations then on the stage victory. Best of luck to you the rest of the race. We'll be seeing how it goes. That's our Bristol race winner, a stage one winner here at Richmond, and get a second short track win on the season, Vincent Cortez. That 20 machine. And again, it is frustrating. Not 100%. I understand where he's coming from. It's going to be something now on how he bounces back from this adversity. It's going to be a very intriguing dynamic between the two teammates who fought so hard for so long. But now this is not just a 35 lap run. This is now a 110 lap run, really. And so we'll see here as the iRacing.com safety vehicle finds its safety down the pit lane. The field is in the hands of Joshua Balliet, and racing commences once again for Richmond. Balliet holding the top spot now over Cortez, Shearer, Berger, and Kyle Ryan, and that's the battle we're going to now. This battle for fourth. Berger holding that middle lane, trying to squeeze down to 32, and they nearly come together there off of turn 4, but Kyle Ryan putting on the pressure on Seth Berger. Ben Morrow trying to get a piece of the action as well. So here comes Kyle Ryan down to the inside. And Berger now tasked with trying to hold him off here. Kyle Ryan a dive there. Not able to get it done. So Kyle Ryan falls back in line. Ben Morrow drives down to the inside. And this really is the tightest battle. Looking forward up the running order. Peak here at what was peaking as a battle, Zala and Truitt. They settle it out. And Hines, Zachary Hines trying to get in this mix as well. We're on board with Hines as he looks at Kyle Ryan and Ben Morrow duel it out here. So we saw Mara also on a very, very fast charge through the field here, and we on board of Morrow as he works his way on Ryan. Everyone kind of, I mean, taking this stage much differently than the first stage, right? Because this is a long race, if you will. There's going to be a green flag pit stop and everything should this race go green to that point. And this is going to be one of those to fight through. How about Cardulo, who's at the back of the lead lap, having to work his way through the field now? Landon Cardulo up to 11th and has his sights now on Connor Cunningham in 10th position. Battle here, Nikula and Techmeyer. Berger now starting to drive away from the 32 machine. Battle here between Markle and Bayer. Oh, contact. Markle jumped out of the groove a little bit. A little too tight to the side there. The 13 machine. So Wade worked to the inside there. The 42 couldn't get it done. Back to this battle. This is the one that's really, you know, piquing our interest. Between Kyle Ryan, Ben Morrow, and Zachary Hines. And Hines loses a little momentum there up off the corner. How about Balliet? He has now opened up a 9/10 of a second advantage over Cortez. And Vinny has not been the same since he's gotten the dirty air. Now, you know, that say what you want, because Balliet was also in dirty air for the entire duration of stage 1 and still hung on to the rear end of the 20 machine. So Balliet looks like he's got the upper hand, at least at this point. We're still very early in the run, and we could definitely see the tide change hands, but right now, the way we look at it, Cortez is second fiddle to Balliet so far. Here we go, the move made now. Morrow to the inside of Ryan. And they duel it out here side by side up off the corner. Morrow down low, Ryan up high. Flip it on your screen. There, right side. Sorry, left side of your screen, Ryan. Right side of your screen, Morrow. And they continue to duel it out. And this will be a lot, very similar to the battle between Cortez and Balliet in the sense is when they got side by side, still that outside car had that heavy advantage. And we're looking at that here. Morrow really working hard on the inside. Ryan not able to run that middle line as well as maybe Cortez was earlier. And so this battle is going to continue on here. And now Ryan pulling out, gets the wall there on entry. That's going to compromise his entry then. Ryan straight up the track. Ben Morrow trying to get clear now. He's got a huge advantage. Morrow clears up to 5th. Ryan all over the rear end. Trying to find a way back up and past the 23 machine. Kyle Ryan peaks back up high. Not able to get the run. And now Ryan quickly finds himself from defense to offense. Has to switch his hands really quickly here. Contact there. Ryan shoves Morrow up the racetrack. And this is going to be intriguing the rest of the way here. As they continue to duel it out, Morrow drives hard into the corner. Really slams that 23 down to the inside, and a great exit there for the 23 as well. Kyle Ryan now has to regroup, and now Hines trying to get to the inside of the 32. Oh, contact, and the 32 is going to go round. And the caution comes out, and we saw all of that live. Saw it all live, but we'll get one more look at it. And again, we saw this coming for a minute. So slow down here. As you see here in corner entry, Hines gets a good run. Doesn't make contact yet with the 32 machine. Maybe slight net coated contact, but Hines throttles up in the center of the corner and it just finishes him off. And the 32 goes around as a result. So, we're going to take a step aside real quick, and we're going to hear a quick message from our partners here at Speed Racing Network. Don't you go anywhere. Joshua Balliet leads on lap 62.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original eSport racing game. This is iRacing.
Welcome, race fans, back to the virtual Richmond Raceway. We're working lap 65 at 150, and it's our second caution period of the evening. First for incident, Cal Ryan goes for a spin in turn 2, but not without a little bit of help from Zachary Hines. It's Joshua Balliet, Vincent Cortez, Seth Berger, and Ed Shear, the top 4. Logan Truitt rounds out the top 5 as the iRacing.com safety vehicle finds its safety down to pit lane. The field is in the hands of Joshua Balliet, and racing resumes from Richmond. So there's Balliet. Here's a big run there from Scherer on Cortez, and really fighting here in the mix of it. It's Hines and Techmeyer going at it. This is deep in the field, around the 10th position. Nakula under attack from Hines as they battle it out. Hines clears through. Here's Techmeyer down to the inside of the 36. Big run there to the outside of Kyle Ryan. We'll see what Ryan does if he gets back to the 4 machine as well. That'll be intriguing. Techmeyer drives it deep into 3. Kyle Ryan around the outside of Nakula. Kyle Ryan showing he's got some pace here in that 32 machine to get around and clears through. Cardulo overtaken by Hines. Hines trying to run away from the 32. And we're all packed up here out of the corner. Morrow gets through Nakula. Burke and is through Nakula. Hines and Dalla. Hines on the fresh tires. He is sending it through the field. So Hines clears on through. Now Cal Ryan on Landon Cardulo. Ryan dives down to the inside of the 30. And Hines and Truitt going at it. Hines is bombing on through to turn 1, up to 5th. Is the Ford machine of Zachary Hines. Another one up on up on Berger now. And Hines is making quick work of this field. The Ford machine up to 4th. Now with what Hines is doing, this is great. Obviously, it's going to get him some track position, but you don't want to overheat those tires. You don't want to compromise yourself later in the run should it get to a lengthy run. So Hines is doing great right now. He's climbing up the running order, getting himself a track position as he's going to try to get by Shearer here. And Shearer into turns 3 and 4. Hines is going to clear on through. And now he set the sights on the 2 leaders. Sideways moment there for Cortez. Hines is going to size him up here. Oh my goodness. Just no match. Hines on through up to 2nd. And now we watch from Balliette's on board as Zachary Hines is quickly coming. As Balliette fights this on what's going to be 20 lap older tires. Hines, I mean, just drives through the center corner so well, but that is going to overheat those tires. And battle here, Ed Sheeran and Kyle Ryan. Also fresh tires is the 32, Kyle Ryan. Ryan up the track, not clear yet, puts Sheeran in the wall. Now Morrow wants to get on through. Maybe the damage to the 32 there on the rear end really compromised his grip, but sure catches the wall, catches the worst of it. And they continue to battle here into the corner. He's getting tied up front. Hines, big run to the inside of Balliette. Zachary Hines to the inside of the 07. Balliette's gonna fight hard there in the middle lane. But Zachary Hines is going to clear and take the lead here at Richmond. The 32 Kyle Ryan in trouble, off the pace. Oh, and into the back of the 23. Oh no. Oh my goodness, what did we just miss? So there was a lot to this one. So here we go. So this is after Ryan got into the wall with Shearer. And now Ryan behind the 23 of Morrow. Oh, just absolutely swipes his bumper and parks the bus there. On a 32 on exit. And then just, oh my goodness. What in the world was this? There is a lot to unfold with this one. I want to see if we can take an onboard with Morrow. And he's just there on the inside of Ryan, but they don't make contact. He gets by the 32. And this contact there is the 32 will send 23, and then a bit of a brake check there. And the frustrations boil over. Kyle Ryan launches that attack from a mile behind. Oh. One more look at it here. I don't think he meant to get in tomorrow there, but he certainly did. Morrow. Oh, that checkup's probably what set the final frustration off, but classic short track racing in the regard of tempers are gonna boil and flare and everything's gonna come to a boiling point. Off the pit lane, Cortez back ahead of Balliet, but is that going to be a good thing here? As we'll see for the restart. Zachary Hines is the race leader. Cortez did pass back Balliet on the pit stops. Past halfway here from Richmond. And it has been something else. So we should be getting the 1 to green here to double up. Cortez is... I'm sorry, Hines is going to choose the inside, Cortez to the outside. Be Balliet and Scherer. Row 2. Berger and Burke. Truitt, Zala, Cardulo, and Techmeyer. So it'll be intriguing here to see how Zachary Hines, who has control of the field for the first time this season, for the restart. We'll see how it goes. And so, the iRacing.com safety vehicle is going to find it. Safety down to pit lane. The field is in the hands of the 4 of Zachary Hines. And racing will commence here from Bristol once again. Richmond, where are we? 3 wide for the race lead. Balliet to the inside. He gets on through. And now Cortez battles it out. They're going to be side by side here into turns 3 and 4. Hines easily disposed of. Bang it across the stripe. Balliet trying to get the run off the corner, not clear yet. But he's got the advantage. They're pounding the wall down behind. Into turns 3 and 4. Balliet clears. Cortez trying to get the crossover. Fastest lap of the day goes to the 07. Cortez is really hounding down the rear end. The 07, the battle's back here to Meyer, trying to work past Techmeyer. Tied here, Hines and Zala going at it for 5th. Way up the track went the 4, and Zala went on through. What a crazy restart. Everyone continues on. They have sorted themselves out into their little pockets. Big run here, Truitt on Hines. This is for 6th. Hines holds the middle. Now Hines is the one on 19 lap older tires, and Truett powers up, center exit. And Truett's gonna go on through. Cardullo next in line. Does the same. And the 4 of Hines, he is gonna go backwards very quickly. Well, he has already. Hines tries to hold down to 30, but he's no match. Beyer now big run on the 4. Gonna send down to the inside, and Hines is just gonna pay big time. And something amiss for the 23 machine as he is hit the pit lane. With that car not handling all that well. Balliet out in front, and he is opening up that gap once again to Cortez. And battle here, Truett and Cardullo. Techmeyer and Hines now. They swap spots. Techmeyer throttles up, and he's on through almost. Hines holds station up high. Sideways, that four car. And that is the quick rise and fall of the 4 machine in about 40 laps. Went from the back to the front and was back in the back. Truett here holding off Cardullo. Truett continuing to do a great job. He's holding that station up in front. Teammates, I'm sorry, Burke trying to get past the 69 of Wade here now. Carl Burke trying to make something happen past the James Jackson Wade racing cars. James Jackson down to the inside, and he's cleared on through on the 53. And now the teammates will go side by side, and Berg trying to fly online. Berg into the back of the 29. Bit of contact from Nakula. Berg trying to block. Big run here out of the 87. Cunningham down to the inside of the 36. And he next looks up at the 53 of Burke. He's going to tee up here. Ascend into 3, nearly contacting that rear quarter panel of the 53, but everyone holding station. As this battle between Nakula and Cunningham, this is down in 14th. Battle here, Hines and Wade. Contact, and Wade's gonna go sideways. Powers on through. And a lot going on back here. We're all packed up. This little fight. Oh, contact! Connor Cunningham's gonna go around! And the caution comes out. Well, we saw this one coming for a minute. We'll look up above. And kind of going for the same piece of real estate. Very difficult to figure out what happened there, but iRacing quick on the trigger for that one. Get one more look at it. Cunningham locked up the rear brakes. I'm sorry, the rear tires, trying to not hit the 53, and the caution came out as they saw his car was perpendicular to the racing surface. Well, we're gonna take a step aside. Don't you go anywhere. And hear a quick message from our partners here at Speed Racing Network.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series in officially licensed cars engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Welcome, race fans, back to the virtual Richmond race. We're working our fourth caution period of the evening. This one for Connor Cunningham, going for a slide in turns 3 and 4. It's Vincent Cortez, Joshua Balliet, flip them in that order to lead the field back to the green. Balliet trying to see if he can get himself back-to-back victories here on the season as the iRacing.com safety vehicle finds its safety down to pit lane. The field is in the hands of Balliet Racing. Resumes here from Richmond. Sideways and into the field is the 30 of Landon Cardulo. And the caution comes out. Go back and see what happened. There's a lot going on here. The buyer gets contacted from the rear and then into the back of the 30. 30 back into the field. Big hit there for 36 in Nakula. Well, we'll have to see what happened between the 13 and the 69. Riding more with Jackson Wade. Straight through to 13. I mean, my goodness. And Wade gets a car full of Cardulo. And Cardulo had no idea that was coming, man. Innocent bystander in this one. My goodness. I mean, wow. What a shove, and then right here. Man, Nakula just nowhere to go. Maybe one more look from Nakula's point of view. On board with Jesse Nakula. Unfortunate. Well, here we are. Now we're starting to get into a bind here. 40 laps to go, or about 30 laps from when these drivers last pitted. And it's gonna be intriguing. Lights are out on the safety vehicle. That's lap times on the day. There on the left-hand side of your screen. So Balliet elects the outside again after that restart. We'll see here. That incident leaves 15 cars on the lead lap, and so the iRacing.com safety vehicle makes that hard left-hand turn into the safety pit lane. The field is in the hands of Joshua Balliet, and racing resumes from Richmond. Balliet and Cortez, they continue to battle it out here. Battles here. This is Zala and Truitt going at it. Everyone's sideways behind. Car around at Zachary Hines into James Jackson, and there goes an engine on the Ford machine. The caution comes out. Gonna take out a couple more competitors from tonight's event. We'll see what happened here. We saw a lot of it live behind. But where it really comes to fruition is right here. Techmeyer brake checks the Ford. Nakula right into the back and right into the path of James Jackson. The 66, James Kerr also trying to take some avoiding action in that one. This caution is going to bring the field down the pit lane. Yeah, Techmeyer just got sideways parked right in front of Hines. Hines got booped from the 36, and wow, who was that blue car? Just squeaked their way on through. That was Markle. Oh my goodness, I have to ride on board of Markle in that incident. Markle just squeaked right on through. Riding aboard with Tyler Markle in the 42. Oh, he got shoved right through the incident. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You know, he's probably mad for about half a second there when he got hit in the back, but that might have been his saving factor to make it through that incident. That is amazing. He slows down. The 66 doesn't. Oh, well, it gives him a lot of rear end damage, but Markle does squeak through the incident, and that was something else. So, back to it. The field has pitted, and Vincent Cortez, something amiss on pit lane. We're working the caution period. We can go back to pit stops. What happened to Cortez? Oh, I'm sorry. Cortez came down the pit lane. Oh! Oh, goodness. Now we're talking. Cortez does the opposite of what Balliet does. So, we'll recap it here now that it's a little bit more clear of a picture. Balliet, Shearer, Berger, Wade, Nakula, and Carl Burke all stayed out. Vincent Cortez onwards came down the pit. And that might be the winning strategy for Cortez. He's going to have much better grip. We'll see just how used the rubber is on the rest of the 6 drivers who stayed out. Gonzala did come on down, but I believe he was the lucky dog. He came late. Usually you're not allowed to do that unless he came down for a splash. But anyway, we'll see what happens on the restart as the iRacing.com safety vehicle into the safety of pit lane. Balliet leads us back to green here from Richmond. So Cortez already on through to 4th, on through to 3rd. Those fresh tires, Cortez looks like you shot out of a cannon. Oh, around goes the 35 of Logan Truitt up in the inside wall, and we stay green. Cortez, big run. Grip, and he's gonna have it, sending it down to the inside. Fastest lap of the day, Vincent Cortez. Even last lap, Balliet only a quarter second off, but that's a big difference here at a short track. Cortez, big run. Gonna have that drive off the corner. Balliet probably gonna be a sitting duck. Cortez down to the inside. Balliet's just gonna have to try to use up what Cortez's advantage is. That's a Bayer doesn't go around behind. Cortez to the inside and throttling up out of the corner. Balliet fights back. Cortez leads at the line into turns 1 and 2. Vincent Cortez takes the lead here at Richmond. 27 laps to go. We'll see if there's any fight back from Valiet or anything that Valiet can do in that battle. Jackson Wade just got passed by Zola. There's lots of cars sideways. Wade sideways down the back, and Burke into the back of the 69. Meyer trying to get on through as well. All these drivers on top of one another. As Byers holding 7th now. Everyone's been through it back here. Wade, Burke, and Techmeyer. Their cars have seen better days. Techmeyer, big run on the outside. He'll clear past the 53 of Burke. And now Techmeyer trying to find a way past Jackson Wade. Big run here, and Techmeyer not able to do much with it. Up front, Connor Cunningham, Seth Berger battling it out. Zola trying to get on through as well. 3 wide. This does not look great as Zola powers through Cunningham. Good teammate will back out and avoid an incident. His teammate, that was a very aggressive move from Zola. Put his teammate in that kind of a compromising position, but Zola says, who cares? The race at the end is near. He's trying to make a move past Berger. And so Zola clears on through to 4th. Now Jacob Zola is going to have his sights set on Edward Shearer up the road. Now Connor is going to have something to say about Berger. 20 laps to go here from Richmond. And Connor onto the apron, trying to get down to the inside of 77. It's going to upset the car. Battles all back here, looking at Wade, Techmeyer, and Markle. This is for the back half of the top 10. Techmeyer slow on entry, a little bit of a hit from behind from the 42. And Markle trying to get to the outside of the 32, and he does. Markle, big run. And Tyler Markle powered by Troy Techmeyer. Move here, Beyer and Berger. Beyer worked through Connor Cunningham, and now JB wants to spawn the top 5. Here we go, Zola on the 17 of Ed Shearer. Be a fight here. Zola drives it deep down to the inside of the corner. Shearer fights back. Oh, near contact. This one will continue on. So Shearer back ahead of the 85. Also to note, Balliet closing the gap on Cortez. So the battle for the lead not over yet. Zola trying to get back by Shearer. And into turn 1, a big send from the 85. Shearer fights back on the outside. And Zola clears up into 3rd. Shearer's not done. Shearer goes way up high. Not able to get it done. Things tightened up front a little bit. Now Cortez puts his head back on straight. They're going to go at it again. Berger and Cunningham. This is the battle now for 5th. Beyer fell out of this one for a moment. Connor and Berger go at it. Connor still down on that inside. Berger fighting very hard on the outside. Able to stay out there to that point, and Cunningham clears back, or clears by Seth Berger. So Cunningham up to 5th. Now Beyer. Truett. That's Cardullo behind. My apologies. So Beyer trying to get on through. Truett pounds the wall down behind Tyler Markle. .11 laps to go, and Cortez has opened up a 3/4 second advantage over Joshua Balliet. Balliet 10 laps to go. He was a little closer a couple laps ago. Not able to maintain any advantage in that. With 10 laps to go, it'll be just to see if Balliet can hold on to second. Looks like it. 9 laps to go. Cortez doing a great job. What a great pick call from Vincent Cortez. You know, saw Balliet stayed out. He decided to come down pit road. I mean, you're not going to beat him doing the same thing as him. If you're gonna beat him, you gotta go find yourself a different way to get past than he did. And Cortez now opens up to a second lead over Balliet. Battle behind is Balliet and Zala. Actually, Balliet faster than Zala that last time by. The closest battle really on track here is Beyer and Truett for 7th. With 7 laps to go. Truett down to the inside. Trying to throttle up, but Beyer holds station in the middle lane. And Tyler Markle wants to get on by the 13 machine as well. 6 laps to go, and Markle's looking down to the inside. Five laps to go from Richmond. Beyer, Markle still battling it out for 8th. Beyer down the inside. Now Markle, big head of steam on the outside. They come together. Oh no! Beyer not clear in front of Markle, and he's going to go around, and looks like the caution is going to come out. Hold the phone. We're not done yet. We saw that one all unfold live, but we'll go back to it. Kind of see Markle gets a big run. Beyer, sorry, not expecting him to be there, and well, Markle was there. So goes around, and the caution comes out. And now what do you do if you're Valley? I feel like you probably have to come down and get this last set of tires. Is he going to? Yes, he will. Shearer is going to follow him. See how many come down, how many stay out. Looks like 8 stay out. So whoever wins the race off pit road will be restarting 9th. On the way, Balliet and Scherer. So they'll be 9th and 10th. Berger 11th. Wade 12th. And Nakula 13th. Well, here we go. It's been a fun, exciting day to this point. And who knows how this one is going to end. The 2 fastest cars on the day, Cortez leading this thing, and Balliet is going to restart from the 5th row. It's going to be a lot of aggression on this restart, as we will go SRN overtime. And if you don't know what overtime or a green-white checkered is in stock car racing, a green-white checkered is exactly what the name is. A 2-lap shootout where you will first get the green, then the white, then the checkers. When you take the green flag, if you get a caution before you get the white flag, we will restack them and do it again. If you take the white flag, the next flag ends it, whether that be caution or checkered. Now that is the rule just normally across all racing. But also, unlikely you'll get a white caution once the white flag comes out, unless the timestamp of a caution was before the timestamp of a white flag, and iRacing doesn't relay it in time. We have seen it in the past. It's actually how Jonathan Byer nearly got a win taken from him a couple seasons ago. But this will be interesting. So, we have Vincent Cortez, Jacob Zala, Connor Cunningham, Logan Truitt, Tyler Markle, who pitted 35 laps ago. Troy Techmeyer as well. And Jonathan Byer. Carl Burke last pitted 70 laps ago. And then 9th on back, Balliet, Scherer, Berger, Wade, and Nakula all pitted on this caution. Remember, we must get the white flag for this one to be official. I don't know what the likelihood is we get the white flag before a caution, but we shall see. Vincent Cortez, Jacob Zala, Connor Cunningham, Logan Truitt, Tyler Markle, Troy Techmeyer, Carl Burke, Jonathan Byer, Joshua Balliet, Ed Sheard, Seth Berger, Jackson Wade, Jason Nakula, the lead lap. As the iRacing.com safety vehicle finds its safety down to pit lane, the field is in the hands of Vincent Cortez, and racing commences here from Richmond. They're going to stack up behind. 4 wide behind. Contact. And Balliet's already up to 3rd. The caution comes out. Oh my goodness. I'm not gonna lie, the only thing I can think of is we're gonna go back to the green flag for this replay. This was something else. So Zala spins the tires. Let's just see the field scramble here. Spins the tires. Now we have the 13. Sorry, that's the 35 of Truitt trying to get through. And just look at this field. We are 5 wide in the heart of the pack. Scherer is getting bodied between Techmeyer and Byer. Berger down the inside. Burke sends it up into the corner. Remember, 70-lap-old tires. He's going to make contact with Zala. The middle lane of the racetrack. Zala doesn't realize they were 4 wide. They make a little contact, and then something goes wrong with the 85 of Zala. Oh, Scherer is the one that goes around. Oh, no. Edward Scherer. Luckily, he's got himself his victory, so he is locked into the playoffs, but that is unfortunate. That slide brings out the caution, and later, Burke comes up. It just doesn't recognize there's a car that was outside, and Truitt is there, and that is that. So I can only think it's appropriate. We are going to take an onboard with some of the key players on this restart. This one from Ed Shearer. Pretty telling of that story. This was from Jacob Zala. He was not ready. Fumbling the gears, fumbling the gas pedal. And then is contacted by Carl Burke as well. This one's Carl Burke's on board. Contact there. And then that one, I don't know if the spotter came in or he wasn't listening to the spotter, but there was definitely a car out there for a while. Burke goes around there. So here we go. Getting to 1 to green. Second attempt at overtime. Vincent Cortez, Connor Cunningham, Joshua Balliet had a heroic restart through all of that. Avoids damage and goes from 9th to 3rd. Gains about 6 spots in a quarter mile. I mean, absolutely insane stuff there. It's going to be an intriguing run to the checkers then. Balliet being on 30 lap fresher tires than Cortez. Cunningham might have a say. So Cortez, Cunningham, Balliet, Markle, Berger, Zolla, Bayer, Nakula, Techmeyer, Wade, Scherer, Truitt, and Burke the lead lap. The iRacing.com safety vehicle into the safety pit lane. The field is in the hands of Vincent Cortez. Green flag back in the air. Cortez, great jump. Balliet clears up to 2nd. The battle's going to be behind as they all rumble and tumble behind. Contact, the 36 sideways. And now the battle for the lead. Balliet down to the inside. And the caution comes out. Cortez really wanted to get to that white flag, but did not. So the 3rd attempt at overtime. Nothing lit up there for the caution yet. So we're going to take a look back and see what happened with the restart again. We'll go a little further back. As they restarted to send it down into turns 1 and 2. Contact there. Oh, it was back here, maybe Cardullo and Burke. I think that's what our our cause is going to be here. Carl Burke and Cardullo not having the best of days as it is. Cardullo 25 laps down. Burke just comes up, and again, Carl Burke just has not had a spotter today. Or the spotter has been giving him late calls or something, but this is yet another instance where Carl Burke clears up and he's just not clear. What maybe the spotter is saying something and the reaction time isn't there, but I'm not sure. But yet another instance of Cardullo's there, and Cardullo was a little lower on the track that time. Let's get another look at it up above. Maybe a little bit more to the story. see if there's much we can see with it. Cardullo, big run. And Burke's coming up. Cardullo has a big run. You know, this one may be a little harder to predict. Cardullo not up to the outside wall. I mean, there's maybe... That one's a hard one to tell. That's really what happened there. We'll get back to it with the restart. Balliet thought he had a chance at the lead. But this is it. The third attempt at overtime. If another caution comes out, the yellow flag comes out again, the field is frozen, and that is the order of the finish. If they take the white flag, the next flag ends it. We're about to take the green flag. And the iRacing.com safety vehicle finds its safety down to pit lane. Triple overtime from Richmond. Racing commences from Richmond one last time. Big run here. Markle sideways. They stay green. Balliet's going to try to get himself a road around. A caution comes out. That'll secure it. Jesse Nakula goes around, and I believe that should be Vincent Cortez wins the race, and he does. The white flag is out. Balliet never got his fair chance, but Cortez played it right. And so, as the field comes off of turn number 4. Vincent Cortez is going to win here at Richmond in a wild triple overtime finish. Vincent Cortez is tonight's driver sitting in ThermoPro Series Victory Lane. Tank Racing has been on a roll. Oh my goodness! That car just ate pit attenuator. Cortez rightfully heads to the front straightaway, and he will light it up. And Vincent Cortez gets it done. And now we bring on up driver of the number 20, Vincent Cortez. Two-time winner on the season. This one in thrilling triple overtime fashion. How about it, Vinny? There was a lot that went on from the stage win, but not leading at the stage caution, to you fast forward the strategy to split off from what your teammates were doing, to the caution to come out with 4 laps to go. So much went on. What was going through your head through all of it, and how did you get to this point?
Yeah, no, it was definitely a little annoying towards the end, but yeah, at the beginning, I just knew that Mal was just faster than me during those 25 to 30 lap runs, and I knew that even if I could be a little bit faster and towards the end, it would have mattered because he would have pulled away so far. So, yes, I feel bad because I hate winning these like this, but I'll take them when I can get them. But yeah, that call I felt like was a gamble, but also kind of a no-brainer. I mean, there's only 30 laps left, and they wrecked a lot before that. So, little bit more exciting than I would have wanted it to be towards the end, but I'll take it. It was a fun race.
And just now for the team, I mean, I know all four of y'all have been really competing hard. Past few weeks, Tyler and Marco just got back. But the last 4 weeks, it's been 4 tank racing wins, and I think you weren't here that race 4 weeks ago. But since you've been back, man, it's just been tank all the time at the front, man. What's that been like?
Yeah, it's been fun. It reminds me of way back in season 2 and season 3, and it was us and a few other teams. But after that one season, we lost the team championship by I don't even know how much. It feels good to kind of dominate. These guys they're so quick, and it's nice to have a team that you can look up to and judge what you do based off them. Yeah, no, it's definitely fun for us.
Well, now, Vinny, it's your second win on the season. I know you're not going to make the required start count in terms of the rule book, but it's going to be intriguing to see how JB leaves a 2-time race winner off the playoff standings. But even then, just your return back, it's been a great run. I know last week you didn't get the finish you truly deserved. There was a little bit there, but even then, I mean, it's been a great run for this 20 machine.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I'm really hoping we could find like some type of loot. I've been trying to fly under the radar and not really bring that up a lot, but I'm gonna hire a legal team or something to try to find a loophole in the rule book to let me in. But yeah, no, it's definitely a good season. I think this is my first time I ever had multiple wins in a season, so that's good to kind of check that off the mark. And I'm winning before the playoffs start, which is also a thing I wanted to check off the box. So I don't know. I really hope I make they allow me to run in the playoffs, because I feel like I get a pretty good shot this year.
Absolutely. That 20 machine has looked fast. Now 2 of 3 races have gone to Vincent Cortez, and your 3 starts this season. Congratulations, Vinny, on a second win on the season, and a crazy one at that. Best luck to you at Michigan next time out.
Yep. Thank you all for watching.
There it is. There's driver of the number 20 out of Tank Racing, Vincent Cortez. Next, we'll have second place finisher, driver of the 07. And this one, I mean, it's going to be a tough one to swallow. Luckily for you, Mal, you have, that win already on the season. You could have been a little more risky with it, but I'm sure this one's still going to hurt, not really getting that fair chance at the end. What say you about those strategy calls, that last stint of the race?
It seemed a little bit early to take that final set of tires, and Vinny gambled with it, and I was hoping a caution would have came out around, like 35, something like that, and we gave him more time. But then when we had those triple caution just in a row, it's just I really didn't have time to try and make a pass. So the strategy I did almost kind of worked out in the way I wanted it to, but we just never got the lap to actually make it happen. So it's disappointing, but it isn't like I lost to someone that didn't deserve to win. Vinny was just as fast as me the whole race.
Yeah, absolutely. There was a crazy moment earlier in the race after the stage break. There was this caution where half the field did come down, and you saw drivers like Zachary Hines and Zala come on through. That kind of disturbed the trio that was up front. What was that like? What was going through y'all's mind when that happened? And then I know that the caution kind of timely came out for you guys to flip that back. But if that caution didn't come out, what was going through your mind at that point?
We were kind of fine not pitting there, and I was seeing all those people pit because we knew we all had to take that, one more pit stop anyway, and we figured that one more caution was going to come out, and we would have been just fine off of that. Was surprised the 4 didn't come down with us, because when we pit, we were going to be good on fuel, and then they all stayed out still. And I know they only had one more set of tires, but they kind of needed the fuel just in case if we did go green there. So I was kind of surprised about that.
Well, next up is Michigan. I know this was a stretch of races, these last 3, that you were really looking forward to. I mean, you got podiums. Well, you didn't at Bristol, but you had speed at all 3. Of course, dominated Road America. 4 races left in the regular season. What are your thoughts, and what do you think the balance of the season is for you?
Next week, Michigan. Not looking forward to it, but Texas is good, and Dega is who knows?
Dega's Dega.
Dega's Dega. Wreck 'em up. I'm looking to see God of the checkered flag. That's about it.
That was a fantastic quote. Um, Congratulations on the second place finish tonight. Again, a very, very fast 07 machine. And if you haven't kept track, Tank Racing's now 4 in a row. Really with you three, Vinny, Ed, and yourself. So team is really coming together here. Seth got himself a podium, so maybe his turn coming up soon in that regard. But congratulations then on that second place finish. Best luck to you at Michigan next time out.
DE, thank you.
That was driver of the 07, Joshua Balliet, and next it will be our third place finisher, driver of the number 77. This feels like it's been a long time since I've been able to hear your voice up here in the booth, Seth, but you got yourself a nice little podium and a great run for you up inside the top 5 all day, Seth. Good run. What say you?
I think that was a much needed run there. I've been struggling the last month or so to get good finishes, whether it's bad luck or just no speed, but definitely good to get a solid run there. I was getting worried when we were coming down to the end of regular laps that I was not going to be top 5 again, and then luckily lucked out, got tires there. Still didn't think we were going to get top 5, and we made it to 5th in the first turn when everyone wrecked. So that was pretty fun. I'd definitely say that was my best performance at Richmond in a long time. I was saying I was best of the rest today, so that was good. Hopefully we could build off of it.
Well, you get out of this very difficult stretch, I'd say, for you, and you go into a much more light-hearted stretch, and really a bunch of tracks that really maybe favored the 77. Looking to Michigan, Texas, Dega. What do you make of the schedule coming up and your chances?
I definitely think it's going to be a strong stretch for us as long as we could stay consistent and not make any mistakes. Michigan, I'm not the biggest fan of Michigan, but I still has solid runs there. I'm typically better at the bigger tracks like that. And then Talladega, anyone could do well there, but we're typically pretty good there, especially with the teamwork that we can have. Almost won Daytona this season, so definitely gonna have a good run. And Texas is my bread and butter. Last season was the first time I ever lost there, and I don't want to lose there again. So hopefully we could kick some butt out there.
Absolutely, Seth. Well, like you said, a much-needed podium. It's refreshing to see that 77 up in the podium, in the interview waiting room, and all that jazz, Seth. So, take it and run with it, man. Great run for you, and the playoffs are coming soon. Need to turn this luck around, and this may be the beginning of it.
Yes, sir. Thank you for the broadcast, and would like to shout out Burgarts. We are planning some cool things coming up in May and June. Hopefully get some good plans going here, making some collaborations with other people. Also got to shout out EWRL. It's a great group over there. Shout out Tank. Love racing with the teammates. It's fun, and we race each other harder than anyone else, really. Shout out to Flood Brothers, the best garbage company in Chicagoland. Shout out to Aesthetic Air and Electric, Simply Visma, Full Force Heating and Air, Pit Stop TV, and everyone for watching, and Go Burger Nation.
Absolutely. Well, there it is. Seth Berger, driver of the number 77, completing the Tank Trio podium tonight. As Ed got caught up in a little bit of chaos, Seth comes through and salvages that. Congratulations, Seth, on the podium. Best luck to you next time out at Michigan.
Appreciate it.
And while it was all Tank up atop the scoring pylon, it was crazy the rest of the way down. Let's go and see how the rest of the drivers came to the checkers. We talked to Cortez, Balliet, and Berger. They were the top 3. And from there, you look at Connor Cunningham and Jacob Zala out of Bird Dog Racing, 4th and 5th. Great runs for the both of them. At sure, he got into an incident on one of those overtime attempts. He will still salvage a 6th place finish for himself. It's Jackson Wade in the 69 out of James Jackson Wade Racing, finishing 7th. Jonathan Byer 8th. Logan Truitt 9th out of JBR, and Tyler Markle to round out the top 10. Carl Burke will finish 11th. Jesse Nakula 12th. Troy Techmeyer, the first driver 1 lap down, in 13th. James Jackson then finishing in 14th, 18 laps from the finish. He did not see the checkers. From there, Landon Cardillo will finish 15th. He ended up 25 laps down. Zachary Hines Then in 16th, 51 laps down, James Kerr. 17th, 54 laps down, Ben Morrow. In 18th, 76 laps down, and Kyle Ryan. 19th, 87 laps off the pace. So that's how they all came to the checkers tonight, under caution. First time we hit all triple overtimes here in SRN, and we did not even see that third overtime attempt out. If only we had unlimited overtime attempts, who knows how long we'd be here tonight. But luckily for us, that race did get settled at one point, and it was Vincent Cortez taking the checkers this evening. So it's been a fun run to this point. Coming up next is Michigan and the Great Lakes State. It's going to be a great time up in Michigan, the Big 2 Mile Super Speedway. It's going to be very, very different to the past few weeks of racing. And yeah, well, that'll do it for us here from Richmond. Got to give a huge shout out to all of our partners here at Speed Racing Network. A shout out, of course, to Glitch, ThermoPro, and AdminBox. Make sure you use code SRN10 for 10% off of your Glitch products. ThermoPro, of course, our Wednesday series partner. We greatly appreciate them. And ThermoPro, head over there and use ThermoPro Team for 15% off of your ThermoPro purchases. Food thermometers and accessories. When it all comes to preparing food, ThermoPro has got you. AdminBox, of course, has been on your screen all evening long. Make sure you use code SRN-BOX. That's BOXX. SRN-BOX for 10% off of your AdminBox purchases. While you're watching out there, if you're on YouTube, we would greatly appreciate if you'd like and subscribe as we continue to hit, strive for our subscription goals here at Speed Racing Network. We would greatly appreciate the support. And while you're at it, if you want to get something for that support, you become a Speed Racing Network Premium member today. For $4.99 a month, you can become a Speed Racing Network Premium member and get access to loyalty badges, custom emojis, exclusive wallpapers and photos, early access to new content, member shoutouts, members only live chats, and priority reply to comments. To join, you can hit that bright blue join button next to the subscribe button that should already be gray on your YouTube page. While you're at it, check out all of our social media outlets. We'll be pushing plenty of content from these races and previous weeks and points and news schedules and highlights and all that jazz out on our social media outlets. Speed Racing Network at almost everything. Facebook page, facebook.com/Speed Racing Network, Speed Racing Net on our X page, Instagram at Speed Racing Network, YouTube at youtube.com/Speed Racing Network, Twitch at twitch.tv/Speed Racing Net, LinkedIn at linkedin.com/company/Speed Racing Network, and a website where you keep up with everything SRN, including socials and how to join, news, schedules, highlights, points, and all that jazz. Much more waiting for you at speedracingNetwork.com. Well, that'll do it here from Richmond. Thank you all so much for tuning in and joining us for tonight's action, and we hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast. For all at Speed Racing Network, I am Emerson Arden. Thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you next week out in the Great Lakes State.